Well, hello there. Anybody out there? Hi. I like to mix things up a bit. Yes, I might be 3 hours early because I wasn't actually planning to go live tonight. So I'm just going to hang out and see if anybody Oh, look, I got 3 eyeballs. See, I knew somebody would be out there. Not everybody is working, right? Because what? It's Monday, December 29th, 2025. Who's working? I'm sort of working, but I'm kind of playing. But I thought I'd pop in and say, hey. Hey, friends. So, hey, welcome. You're on Tamara's Paper Trail. I'm Tamara Bertram, coming to you from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And hello, Alexina. First one to say hello. Yeah, I'm just hanging out today. I'm not doing, this isn't a card. I'm not even making a card. I'm going to show you my new toy that I got at Christmas. And I just thought, you know what? I miss my people. I miss connecting. Actually, I haven't talked to anybody in a very long time. Hi, Jennifer. So I just thought I'd pop in, show my face, as tired as it is. Look at these poor eyeballs. You guys look at them. Sleep is not my friend. Oh, I'm not even, oh yeah, I'm wearing my jewelry. Okay, I was like, wow, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to pop in and say hey and connect. And I'm going to show you my new toy. I'm going to go through just a couple things, business-y, because Lord knows I haven't really worked in the better part of 2 months. So I thought maybe I should run my empire slowly, quietly, somehow. And just to let you know a few things that are coming down the line. But yeah, really, I just wanted to show you my new toy because I'm excited. And I'm like, you guys need to be excited. If you know me, you know that I love, well, in theory, I love to organize things. You wouldn't know it looking at my craft room. But I bought myself a little toy. What's going on with my voice? That sounds weird today. I bought myself a little toy. Hello, Wanda. Hey, Stacy. Oh, bless you guys. You're way too kind, honestly. That's the other reason I was thinking, well, maybe I'd go live is I actually have showered and put on makeup, which I'm not going to lie is a bit of a big deal for me the last couple of weeks. Hi, Chris. I don't know what's happening. I sound like I have a cold or something. That's weird. Hey, look what I got. I got a Christmas, a Christmas Gerald. And I'm like, well, it doesn't really work this year, but hey, I'm sad because my Halloween Gerald makes like Halloween. Okay, I got 3 of them now. Look, wait. You guys, I'm just rambling. If you're here to see cards, move along. Ain't gonna happen, sisters. This is Gerald, the OG Gerald. And then this is my Halloween one. And now I've got a Christmas one. But he doesn't do anything special. This one makes Halloween noises. It's very loud. But this one just makes a goat. Just like Gerald. So we've got Gerald, we have Scarald, and then we have to come up with, I don't know what his name will be. But anyway, he's my new Christmas goat. But anyway, hey, Carissa. Myrna, hello. Oh my God, Myrna. So you got, wait, hi. Oh, thank you, Linda. Hi, Annette. I'm going to try not to cry. Hi, Carissa. So don't be nice to me. Like, don't be nice to me, you guys. I'll burst into tears. A bit of a hot mess around here emotionally. Life. Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, so the video, honestly, Myrna, it felt so good to laugh. We just needed some stupidity in our lives, and it happened. So, as you know, I mean, I've got 21 of you watching. You know the drill, right? You know what happens. So my dad passed away on December 18th. And so we're going to talk about that too. Like, what the heck? It's my show. I can talk about what I want to, right? Just don't make me cry. So it's interesting because, you know, people, we're curious animals. Everybody wants to know what happened, but nobody wants to ask what happened. Right? Merrill for Christmas. How about, okay, Merrill, Carissa, that makes no sense and I love it. So yeah, people don't want to ask, but they want to know. So you want to hear this? Like, I don't want to be depressing, you know, so I'm going to try not to be. Thank you, Annette. It's all part of the journey. And honestly, so I'm a mixed bag of emotions, right? Of course, I am so beyond thrilled that I love you too, Jennifer. I can't even express how happy and excited I am that he's where he needs to be. He's out of pain. He was in pain all the time. He's out of confusion. I picture him up there now. He's hanging out with his brother and his sister and his dad, and he's playing golf with his dad, or fishing with his dad and his brother, and he's having a sing along with his sister. and I kind of have to joke. I have some dark humor sometimes, but I'm like, he's gonna be really confused when he gets up there because he doesn't know that they died. Because every day he would talk about his family as if they were alive, and I'm like, wow, he's gonna be shocked. Going, what are you doing here? I didn't know you died. Wait, does that mean I'm dead? Yeah. Anyway, dark humor. That's who I am. So he's having a gay old time, and he can eat his steak, not the mashed gruel he's eaten for the last 2 years, and he can walk. He hasn't walked in over 2 years, and so I picture the good, and honestly, so everything happened. Thank you, Penny. Uh, Linda, you should have had 911 on speed dial, honestly. Anyway, so yeah, getting back to that video. So that was on the 18th, and then so Christmas Eve, I'll be all over the board. You know me, I'll be jumping around and around. I wanted a really nice Christmas this year because last year, like, here's some crazy stats. On December 20th, 2025, we had all four parents. We had both of Craig's parents and both of my parents. Less than a year later, so as of December 18th, 2025, we have one left. So we lost both of Craig's parents and now my dad. My cat, my dog was 6 months earlier. Just and the renovations, and Craig is retiring, so that's added all kinds of stress and stuff. Like, it's been such a heavy time. And I don't say that to like, that's life, that's part of the journey, and I embrace it. I'm like, okay, I'll come out stronger out of this BS, let me tell you. It's just been really heavy and on the heart. Like, honestly, so much loss and so much planning and so much stress. Like, Craig literally he retires on the 31st, right? So, and there's been celebrations. Rebecca is now graduating. There's been so much good, but it's all been just so heavy and exhausting. Anyway, so we needed a good laugh, and we had planned originally, like, Alicia was looking forward to this Christmas because last Christmas was crappy. Like, grandpa number one died on December 21st, so it wasn't an amazing Christmas. And so she is my daughter in every way, shape, and form, and she wanted a good, happy Christmas. And she was heartbroken that it wasn't going to happen again, right? But I promised her. I said, we will push down whatever we're feeling, and we just need to just block it out and have some laughs and a good time. And she had wanted to make a charcuterie board for a while, so we had all the stuff for that. We had everything ready. We had games planned. And that video of Craig and I crawling across the floor, oh my God, I knew what would happen. Everybody's like, oh my God, Mom, you better, like, go to the bathroom before you start, because as expected, before we even got on the floor, I was giggling, and it just kept on going from there. And it was just hysterical. I'd seen this goat tell it on the mountain. Okay, Tracy. Oh my God. When was that your post? You were 7 early. You were 7 and 9:34. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm Suzanne. How old am I? I'm 58. Yeah. So I was born in 67. Yeah, just a baby, right? Technically. Anyway, so I had seen this video. I follow the Balbert. I don't even know what their name is, but anyway, I follow this couple from during COVID, and they're always doing stupid things like this. And I went, oh, we are doing that. So essentially, you just have to no hands behind your back. You're on your knees, and then you have to get on your stomach, and you have to get to the cookie or the treat or whatever it is at the other end of the room first, and, like, you body check each other. And I know I'm not a fit woman, like, honest to God, but I couldn't even get down. So, like, I was out right away because you're not supposed to use your hands. And, well, you saw the video, right? Like, I was just peeing myself laughing at Craig. And I latch onto him, and he pushes against the wall, and he's dragging me with me. Oh my God, I lost it. It just felt so good to laugh. And we did all kinds of other games. I didn't post videos of them, but you have to blow the pom-pom off the cup with a party blower, and just stupidity. It was so therapeutic. You guys, forgot about my problems for a while. And so I wanted to share that just to give you guys a loud. Yes, the Balmerts. That's it, Myrna. Thank you. Oh, Jennifer, you go to Tamara's Paper Trail and you scroll down into the video that I did December 24th. You'll pee yourself laughing. It was hilarious. Hi, Sandy. Anyway, so that was what we did on Christmas Eve. And so anyway, back to Dad, the not so happy stuff. So there is no doubt in my mind. I don't know what the universe what it's all about. I don't know about God or how all that stuff works, but I am telling you, it played out exactly as it was supposed to. I do believe everything happens as and when it's supposed to, and when it's your time, it's your time. But also that the universe kind of works with you if you're paying attention. So the first thing that was kind of interesting was that I would go and see Dad Thursday. I am freezing down here. Let me just put on a sweater. I would go see Dad lately on Thursdays and Saturdays, and that's because Rebecca had the car on Wednesdays. When I like last semester, I would go on Wednesdays, but then Rebecca needed the car to go to school, so I would always go see Dad Thursday and Saturday. That week, so on December, he passed on December 18th. On December 7th, like the week of that Dad passed, Mom and I traded days. So I went Wednesday and she went Thursday because I had the car because Rebecca's now done school, et cetera, et cetera. And it just worked out better for all of us, for me to go Wednesday and for her to go Thursday. Now that in and of itself would be enough for me to know that it was supposed to be that day, because Mom was with him all day. And had I gone on Thursday, I think he would have passed alone. As it was, he passed with Mom and I in the room. And because if I would have gone Thursday, I'm not as astute as my mom. Like, she would go see him 5 days a week. And she knew when he wasn't feeling, like when it was a different, something's not right. She was very in tune to that. And I'm telling you right now, nobody has ever lobbied for a loved one in as my mother has for my father over the last 2 years. It doesn't matter if she's being a pain in the sraka. She's on the staff to change him or to check on this or to test his blood or whatever it is. She was always on top of things. And Thursday was different. And it's kind of funny because I had said this when I had visited him the Saturday before. Hi, Vani. When I had visited him on the Saturday before, I said something's different. It's different. And it wasn't, if you remember on my Monday, I said I had a bad visit with Dad. It wasn't a good one. He was, I know some signs of before people pass, they do get very angry and a lot of things. And he wasn't angry, but it was different. And he was snippy. My dad is never snippy. He's I don't know, he was demanding and he was just off. And now he'd been on meds for a UTI for a few days because again, we knew something was up. Something was like, you just know. And so when I was there on Saturday, I had texted Mom and I'm like, he is drinking, like he is demanding, like demanding. He's like, water. Dad, like, okay, please is a word, but okay. He drank like 3 things of water, milk, and or juice in like 45 minutes. And in 3 years, he's never had that much to drink on my watch. And so that's a sign. Hey, what's your blood sugar at? And his blood sugar, because he's diabetic, his blood sugar was through the roof like the week before. So we were off of juices and I would bring him his ice cream. There's no ice cream for the last few visits, which makes me very sad. But we were trying to get his blood sugar in check. Like he was like 28. It's supposed to be like 6, right? So he'd been on meds, so we knew, okay, something's not up. He's fighting a UTI because he was, again, more confused, and I knew he was dehydrated because he was hallucinating a bit. Like, these signs after 2 years of going through it. Anyway, so Mom was watching him extra closely on stuff. So yeah, his blood sugar was coming down, but it was still usually high by noon, which was odd. It shouldn't have been that high. Anyway, we were checking things out and checking the blood sugars, and what I noticed is Saturday he wasn't interested in eating, and that happens. He's not feeling well and stuff. But I said it's just, it feels different. He hadn't eaten for Mom a couple days before. We don't get too concerned about it because he always eats a good breakfast. So and the stuff. Let me tell you, if you've ever seen like pureed baby food, take that down 4 levels and take out any sort of decent coloring and add in some liquidy vegetables, and you've got lunch. I would not want to eat that either. But anyway, it was odd to me that the last 2 or 3 days that week, he hadn't eaten he just didn't want it. And anyway, so there were signs along those lines. But let's just fast forward. So Mom texted me. She got there like Thursday around 11:30 or something, and she says, Dad's throwing up. And that hasn't happened very often. Now, in hindsight, the last time that happened was right before he had a stroke. And just to jump ahead, I do believe that he had a stroke in the mid to late afternoon. I think he did have a stroke. Anyway, so mom, like, she got there, and he was throwing up on himself, so got that all sorted out and everything. And anyway, so she sat with him, and he was lucid enough, having conversation. He knew mom was there. He was talking to mom, but he was also hallucinating. And just saying, oh, I was at my dad's house, and just certain things along those lines. So, and mom wasn't comfortable leaving, and so I was writing all my Christmas cards. So if you got a Christmas card, that's what I was doing on that Thursday. And so I said, do you want me, like, she said, I don't feel right leaving. And I said, well, do you want me to come sit with you? So my dad, oh, that was the thing. So I had visited him on Saturday. Sunday, the Sunday before he passed, he had ended up in hospital because the doctor was in, and he had a really raspy chest, raspier than usual. And he says, I want to make sure that he doesn't have pneumonia. So mom and dad spent all of Sunday in the hospital. Got the green light. He was well. It wasn't pneumonia. All of his vitals were good. He was in good spirits and all that. And so they sent him home. So again, that was about a 12-hour. I think mom got there at 11:30, and they got home about 10 o'clock at night or something. So that was pretty round trip for our healthcare system right now. So he'd just been in the hospital on Sunday. So back to Thursday, things were just kind of weird, and mom was on the staff, check his blood, his blood sugars and his oxygen and all this. He was on oxygen again. So that was the other thing, is his oxygen kept kind of going down and stuff. So mom was on it, and at one point I can kind of tell by what she was saying was the staff were kind of getting like, hey, we've done everything we can do. Like, they're not nurse. They do have a nurse practitioner on staff, and they've nurse practitioner, and anyway, they're aides. They know some stuff, but you can only do so much. So at one point around 2:30, they asked mom, well, do you want us to send him to hospital? And she asked me, and I said, well, maybe you should. But she says, but then we decided, no, why? He's just going to, it's like what happened on Sunday. You'll just end up sitting in the hallway for 6 hours. Nobody even checks on you, right? You all just heard what happened in one of our hospitals this last week, is a man died of a heart attack in the waiting room of the hospital. Like, you go and you're sitting for 6 hours unattended. It doesn't matter if you're having a heart attack. Like, it's just so bogged down. So I said, no, like, I don't think okay, don't go to the hospital. And that was fine. So she wasn't okay to leave. And it was about 4 or so. And I said, do you want me to come and sit with you? Like, it's been a long day. And I could tell she was uncertain. And she sounded scared in the text. And I said, do you want me to come sit with you? And she's like, no. She says, if I change my mind, I'll let you know. And then that was about 4:30 or so. And then about 6 o'clock, she messaged me. She said, yes. I'm like, oh my God. My mom is like me. She doesn't accept help. Like, she doesn't ask for help. I'm like, okay, if mom wants me there, then she's scared and I need to go right now. So I just finished dinner. So I went to jump in the car. I said, I'll pick you up some food, because she'd been there all day, right? She'd been there since 11:30. It's now like 6 o'clock. So I just get in the car. I just get to the end of the street, and she texts me and she says, don't worry about the food. They're taking him to hospital. I'm like, oh, okay. So I give her a quick call, like I pull over and I give her a quick call. And so his oxygen had been dropping and it was getting really kind of crazy low. They said they're sending him to hospital. So don't bring the food. I said, okay, I'll meet you at the home, because it'll take a while for the ambulance to get there, load him up, all that stuff, right? So I walk in to the room, and the EMT, the ambulance are looking at, he's still in bed. He's not really conscious. He's out of it. And so mom said, yeah, they're taking him in. His oxygen was so low. And I said, well, what was that? She says, well, it's supposed to be high 90s. It was 8. I'm like, 8? Like, not 80, 8. The man was barely alive. Like, what? So they've got him on oxygen. So they rush him in. Mom's pretty cool cucumber at this point. And I'm like, okay. So anyway, so we said, okay, we'll meet you at the hospital. Luckily, they got to get him in at the Sturgeon, which is just down the hill, or just up the hill from where he was in St. Albert at the Uval. So I said, okay, we'll meet you there. We're just going to grab a bite for mom on the way, and then we'll meet you there, expecting that he'll be in the ambulance and in the waiting rooms for like hours, right? So we weren't in a particular rush. Anyway, we just get in and we're having a bite to eat, and my phone rings, and it's the hospital. And she just, she didn't know if I knew what was going on. She says, "Hi, Tamara, it's so and so from the hospital. I just wanted to let you know that your dad is here." I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh, you're aware?" I said, "Yes." "Yeah, we're on our way. We're just going to get a quick bite to eat." She says, "Okay." She says, "I'm just calling to say that he's very ill and you need to come sooner than later." Well, that I want to throw up. I'm like, "Mom, we need to wrap this up. Let's go." So we get in the car, we get up to the hospital. So this is at about 7-ish or so. I walk in, and yeah, the doctor. So again, things happen as and when they're supposed to. The same doctor was talking to my mom that had seen him on Sunday. So this is Thursday. This doctor had seen him on Sunday. And so she remembered him, she remembered the chart, and she knew what he was like on Sunday. And so she goes in, and so now she starts talking with me too, and she says, "Okay, he's critically ill. He likely won't make it through the night." So we're like, okay. So what I think happened, I do think that he had a stroke in the mid-afternoon, because Mom said when she, like, throughout the afternoon, she said he had been drooling, and she says his neck was like sopping wet, and that he didn't seem to have control. Like, he's had trouble swallowing, or he's forgotten to swallow. So for the last 2 weeks or so, you go and you feed him, and I'm like, "Dad, swallow." "I did." I'm like, "No, Dad, you didn't. You didn't swallow." I know, Carissa, right? 2, like, I mean, sorry, 8. Like, how is he even alive? Anyway, so anyway, he didn't really seem to have a lot of control in his mouth. And I said, "I wonder if he's had a stroke, Mom." And so that's what we think kind of happened to move things along. But anyway, so the doctor had said, I saw him last week, and whatever, he'd been on meds now for a good week for the UTI, and hoping that would have knocked off whatever else happened. But it obviously didn't. And so she said, like, he's critically ill. He likely won't make it through the night. And I had been texting my brother in the meantime, and I was like, before I knew it was this bad, and I said, "Can you get an earlier flight? Because my brother's supposed to come for Christmas on Monday, and this is Thursday." Anyway, so I'm texting Craig. He's like, "Do you want me to come?" I'm like, "No, no, no, no." And then so I texted Craig and I said, "Okay, like, he's likely not going to make it through the night." And about 10 minutes later, the doctor comes in and she says, his oxygen is low, his breathing is not great. She says this could go very quickly. Okay, I text that to Craig. He's like, "I'm on my way." And to us, like, we heard that too with Ed, Craig's dad, and that it could go very quickly was 3 days. So I wasn't thinking like an hour, but 20 minutes later he was gone. So essentially, they're saying the cause of death was sepsis. It was just an infection that got him, and he couldn't fight it, which I've known for a while. Like I said, he's one infection away from leaving. 87 years old. I mean, he's got 2 different kinds of cancer, and he was just tired. So it happened as and when. So Craig didn't even make it in time. He left. It's like at most 20 minutes from door to door. And he didn't make it in time. Dad had passed by the time they got to the parking lot. Or no, they weren't even in the parking lot. And I texted and I said, "He's gone." And his breathing just slowed and slowed. And that kind of traumatized me a little bit. I'm not going to lie, because I was watching the monitor, and I can't unsee that. But he passed peacefully. Mom and I were with him. And what brings me great comfort is that Mom was with him all day. And actually, I think maybe just before he had his stroke. This is the way I like to think of it in my mind. He had said something. He was talking to Mom. I'll stay composed. Hang on. I'm there. I got to practice, because if I'm speaking at the funeral, I have to practice. Push it down, push it down. He said to Mom, "I need a hug." And I think that was his last goodbye to her. So he was like, we were with him. He wasn't conscious, but we were there. So that's a blessing. So that was hard. Thursday. Friday, I seemed fine. Of course, you're in shock. You're in all the things, like, ooh, can't even process with this. So that was Friday. Saturday, hot mess. Sunday, Monday, fine. Tuesday, hot mess. So I seem to go 2 days of good, and then I kind of fall apart. And it's Yeah, you know how it is. You know how it's going to go. But this is not. I did not plan to come on here and talk for 25 minutes about my dad passing. But anyway, like I say, I know people want to ask and they want to know, but nobody wants to ask, right? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to share that with you because you guys have followed me on this journey with my dad, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. But I actually do want to show you my toy from Christmas. So, Christmas was actually lovely for the most part. So it was great on Boxing Day. Like I say, Alicia got home from work and we did all the things. We played some games. We watched the movies. Christmas morning was amazing. I was spoiled so rotten. And everybody was like, I thought this was going to be a lame Christmas just for gifts and stuff. And both of the girls were like, oh my God, that was the best Christmas ever. Excuse me. And so that was really good, and it was really chill and relaxed. We had a great breakfast, and then we got ready, and I had made my carrots and my Brussels sprouts, and then we went over to Mom's around 3:30, and it was really nice. So yeah, we had a bit of a moment when I said grace during dinner, and I thank God for AI. I'd pulled up something nice to read, and I got choked up and I had trouble getting through it, but anyway, I did, and it was really nice. And thank you, Donna. So yeah, it was good. I'm finding now what triggers me is planning the funeral. So the funeral is January 9th, which is a week from Friday. And even though, no, okay, not even though. Sorry, I was reading Deborah. You typed even though, and so that's what came out of my mouth. So now's the planning. Now I'm fine today. Tomorrow will be a hot mess because we're meeting with the church, with the minister at the church, and I have a list as long as my arm. I've never done this before, and I don't know how it works. And we've already met with the funeral home and given them all our money for ridiculous amounts of stuff. And anyway, the whole thing is like, oh, what a racket. Anyway, he's being cremated, but we're having a service on the 9th. So now it's kind of the hard part. It's like to go through all the photos and stuff. That's where I'm going to lose it a bit, but that'll be good. So yeah, it's day by day. So I'm not doing a live tonight. So I want to pop in and just say, hey, you guys, that's what's going on for my year. And again, with the timing of everything, my brother had planned to come for a month. He was scheduled to come like 22nd of December to 22nd or 23rd of January. So he was here for a month. Now, of course, he didn't make it in time to see Dad one last time, but he saw him in August, and they said their goodbyes, and he was okay with that. But he's here for a month. So that is perfect timing, right? He's here. So Mom has him to help her, to support her, and to help fill the void of time for her not going to see Dad 3-4 hours a day. So that's been a great blessing. And I didn't have much on the books. I haven't planned a lot, right? You guys know that I have one class planned for January. I may do another. We'll see. I might fall apart, in the next week with the planning. I'm not sure. I wanted to have one more, but I think I probably won't have another class. I'm going to have a BOGO. Yeah, I am. There's some stuff coming down the line with Stampin' Up! That'll be announced tomorrow. So I want to run a BOGO. I just don't know when. But again, the timing, it's like, why did I have nothing? I know why I didn't have anything on the books, is I'm burnt out. I just needed a break. And I thought the universe might be throwing something at me, and it sure as heck did. So it was meant to be. Craig and I have a holiday booked. We're off to Maui in February, and it was needed before Dad's passing, just with the renovations and Craig retiring and all the adulting we've had to do lately. And I can't wait. So the timing has just been perfect. This week has kind of sucked too. The technology and electronics have reared. They're revolting. Like, our fireplace isn't working. Both cars kept dying. It turns out one needed a battery. The other one, I don't know what's wrong with it, but it won't start. And it's not because it's cold. I don't know what's going on there. The fans in our bathroom, both of those aren't working because we've got 94 inches of snow. So the fans aren't working because the exhaust is on the roof covered in snow. What else is going wrong? Anything electronic has been like biting us in the butt. So it's like, I need a vacation. Oh my gosh. So, oh, nice, Linda. Yes. Okay. So let me just tell you a few things and show you a few things. I'm going to show you my new toy. I'm excited. I'm going to play with my new toy. So first and foremost, I haven't had a lot of time to market it or to share it. obviously. My paper and ribbon share, you guys. You know I do this every time there's a catalog out, and I've got I won't even show you the papers. Like, this wasn't supposed to be a business thing, but let me just. This has been posted. So for anybody who, this is great for demos, for hobby demos. If you, or even if you do a little bit of the business, it's even more perfect for you because you can get a little bit of everything without having to buy it all yourself and go broke, right? And can you even use a whole pack of paper? I don't know. I think once in my life I've used an entire 12 by 12 pack of paper. So this is what I've got going on. It's posted in a few places, but it's my ribbon and paper share. It's $80 for just the paper. It's $35 for the ribbon, so that's $115, but you save $10 if you buy both of them. It's $105. And I will also throw in a pack of the Ladybug. Oh, where are my Ladybugs? The Ladybug epoxy something or others that are so cute. Where are they? Ah, see, that I wasn't prepared for this. The Ladybugs. Do I have you here? You're going to get a pack of the Ladybugs. Peppermints. Where's my Ladybugs? I haven't got everything organized yet. Anyway, here they are. Oh, look, they're so cute. So you're going to get a pack of this thrown if you get the paper and the ribbon together. So $105, you're going to get the paper, the ribbon, and the Ladybugs. I do think that these will sell out. I don't care how many they ordered. It's not enough. Okay, so you're going to get a pack of that thrown into. I know, right, Tracy? They're so cute. So the deadline to register for this is noon on January 5th. All right, so I need to order everything up then, and I'm going to try to stay up till midnight to get the Ladybugs to make sure they don't sell out. So register for that. If you need a link, you have to be in Canada for that, obviously, and you don't have to send me money quite yet. I like to wait until I place the order before I say, okay, now send me the money, just in case something's on back order and I have to wait. Okay. The other thing, I just got in my paper pumpkins, came in, I guess, I don't know when, but I just opened them. So I do have two of these ones. I love this one. The watercolor in bloom, and I've seen already lots of really nice alternate cards with these. I think there's 9, 3 each of 3. It pops. I love the coloring. The color is Night of Navy, and there's a really nice stamp set. I love the size because I can put these on my little 1/2-inch strips. Yeah, and then there are add-on dies that you can purchase January, February, March. Add-on dies are $18 this time around. Anyway, I can send you these. It's $39 if it's porch pickup. It's $43 if I mail it. I don't send you the box or the ink spot because it doesn't travel well. So I have 2 of those if you're interested in that. And then the only class that I have on the books right now is my Cake Day. That one is the 16th of January, and these are the cards we're making. I want to say it's $90 or $100 for long distance if you need it mailed out. Pardon me. You can take just the class in Canada with the pieces. I'll mail you those. It's $40 for that, or you can. I'm not gonna flog the PDF because I haven't done it yet, and I'm really not sure that I have the energy to do that. So the PDF isn't really available yet, but if you want it, I'll make it. Okay, so that's what I've got on the books. Now, let me just show you what I've got here. So I've wanted this forever, and so I bought it for myself to give to me from Craig. Thinking that he wouldn't buy me anything for Christmas. Oh my gosh, he spoiled me rotten. The girls had so many great ideas. I got like a new cordless diffuser that I love, my oil diffuser, and I got a hand mixer, and I got some other a lamp so I can do my nails. I got all kinds of things. Like I was so spoiled. Anyway, I had already bought this for me on the Black Friday week sale. So I don't even know. I want to say it was maybe $30 or $40. I don't even know. But essentially, it's just a hole punch. I have a fancy one of those. What is that even called? It's pink. I can't even see what it's called. But it's like a binding machine. And it's a bit of a pain in the slaka. It's like heavy and big, and I get it crooked, and then I get mad. And anyway, I've seen this for a while. It's a hole punch. And I just want it to do quick and easy. Like I like my catalogs to be able to lay flat. And this took me like minutes to do. So I'm going to show you how to do it. So this is called the Work Lion. Amazon, baby. And then I also bought extra coils. Oh boy, where are my coils? This is going to be a problem. If I don't have the coils, I can't really do it. Coils, where would you be if I were you? Oh, come on, Bertram, where would you have put them? Okay, I'm going to think. There they are. Okay. Of course, they're in a different pile on the floor. So it came with these, and then I bought extras. I don't know, Amazon. So it's essentially just a hole punch. So I opened it up and I went, well, what do we got here? Okay, it's a hole punch. Like, well, what is this? Well, I know this is to open the thing. So I'll show you. But this is to open the spine. So I can reuse these. So whenever I have a new catalog, I can reuse these. Whereas the other system I had, I couldn't. So I'm pretty excited about that. Because I'm frugal, borderline cheap. All right, so I've already got my catalog done. So what I want to do, though, what I usually do at this time of year is kind of organize my space. And this online exclusives, I had printed out all of our online exclusives. And now it's getting too big for my folder, and I thought, well, I got a new toy. Let's wrap it. Let's do that. So okay, I've hole punched them, but anyway, so this is the January 2026. If you're a demonstrator, you can get this PDF of the items for each online exclusive. If you're not, I have posted them in the past. I don't have an easy quick link, but I could certainly get you ones. This is new. The PDFs are kind of new. This is what they were doing for a while. So this is just everything I had printed out as a demo. So I'm just gonna coil them. So let me just show you. So here it is. This is a little hole punch. And it's got this plastic band, like a belly band. And I'm just going to keep that so I can keep it in the box. So I know what I'm doing. I know, Linda, you do. This was like seriously $30 or something. It was on sale. It might be on sale. I don't know. I didn't even check. So essentially, it's just a hole punch. And so there's markings for, can you even see this beef? This says B, you can't focus. There we go. B5, A4, and A5. So there's little lines to line it up. I've been putting mine right between the A4 and the A5. That's how I kind of figured it was centered pretty good. This, I don't know if, I think it'll do 10 sheets. Let's see how many it'll do. Let's do this many. So I'm gonna spiral it on this side. I guess I could take this out. Okay, don't cringe when you see me doing this to my scissors. Watch this. I mean, this live is going to be longer than my usual Mystery Card Mondays, but it's okay. I'm not going live tonight. I'm so tired. I'm not sleeping. Like, look at me. I'm so tired. I just thought, no, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to do it when I want to do it. So I'm going to line this up between the A4 and the A5. And I'm just going to pop it in there, and now I'm going to punch. Ta-da! So it does 10 holes at a time. And then you just move it down the line. So there's these little nubbins, and you just line these up in the nubbins so that the spacing is right? So I'm just putting these in these little nubbins, and I'm going to do it again. And then, because I've done this before, I know that this is about as far down as you go, because I did one. So it's lined up pretty much with the left or the bottom here. One last time. Ta-da! Okay, so there's the January one. Let's do the November one. This one's thicker, so I'm going to just do not as many. I love Dolores proof stuff, and this is pretty Dolores proof. Like I say, the one I had, I can't remember what it's called. You guys would know it if I told it to you, but it was expensive, and you got to buy the coils, and it was stupid. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line it up between the 4 and the 5. Go down, pop it into the nubbins. It has to be simple, and it wasn't. The other system wasn't. Okay, so there's that one, and then I'll do the top one, and then I'll show you how I won't do all of these, and then we'll move on to the actual coiling. It's so easy, it's ridiculous. Okay, all my Geralds, I've got a little army of Geralds that need to get out of the way. Okay, there we go. All right, so that's November's. This is January's. So I'm going to bring out, I'll just do this peachy color. Okay, so I can snip it. I can cut this to size. So this is what, 21, I think it's 21 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I'm just using my old, these were the old craft and rubber scissors, you know, and we had to cut our own. Oh, that's so easy, just like butter, where we had to cut our own. You have one of the, oh, look at all the comments. Sorry, you guys, I didn't see them. Hi, Tammy. Was it called Spellbinder? No, I don't think so. Let me just, is it called? I don't know, but it's big and it's stupid. I don't think it's called a Spellbinder. Maybe it is. Is it big and stupid, Nancy? Okay. I can show it later. So here's the thing. Okay, and you can get bigger ones of these. This is just, I think I want to say a 1/2 inch, but I'm not sure. I don't know. And then they just pinch closed. So, right, can you see what I'm doing? Probably not. Let me just see if I can focus on there. Let's get up here. So there's these little clippies. Focus. Focus. Let's go right here. So it's just, it's plastic. I mean, it's not, there we go, clip. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Ida. Hi, friends. Okay, so these just bend and clip. Okay, bend, clip. You're going to watch me do all 10, 22 of these? It's kind of gratifying, honestly. I like quick and easy and simple. So I'm going to go back and I'll put in all of my online exclusive printouts. And I guess maybe this is a good excuse to buy some more of these things that are bigger, like wider. So now I've got all of my online exclusive stuff and I can go in and I can mark what I've got, what I need to buy, what I want to buy. They are like shower light. Yes, they are, Tammy. Exactly. Yes, they are. Hi, Marcella. I'm well. I hope you're okay too, my friend. Okay. So let me just show you then. So I've got my catalog and I need to add more to this, all right? So now I'm going to go in and I want to open all these. I mean, you could just open them by hand, but I think that's what this gadget does. I've never used it before, but I'm just going to go like this. Well, how gratifying is that? It's open. Oh my God, you guys, I love this so much. Like seriously, I think it was like 30 bucks. It was on sale. Not majorly on sale. It wasn't like it was 60 on for 30. Okay, this is very gratifying. Okay, so I don't have an affiliate link, but I can certainly put the link. It's called the Work Lion. Go to Amazon. Work Lion. This is how it comes. So you get some of these. Spines are available by searching Work Lion binding spines on Amazon. Okay, yeah, it's made in China, but I mean, it's just, I don't know. I like it. And so I thought I would share it with my friends who like these kinds of things too. And I've got, like, you know what I want to do with these? Like in all my spare time. Wouldn't this be cute for like a little mini journal or something? Like if you wanted to make like a little, how about a little notebook for in your car to log your mileage? Like if you're a demo like me, right? I could just cut up a bunch of loose leaf, make it pretty and make it like that, right? It's so cute. Yeah. Okay, Ida. Anyway, these are cute, so I'm not throwing those away. And you can make it for various sizes because, like I say, you could just snip them with your craft and paper scissors. And anyway, that's it. That's all. Yeah, fun, right? Okay, so I've rambled on now for 43 minutes. Was there anything? There was something else I thought I was going to show you or share or tell you. No, must have been a lie. I don't know. I know you do, Deborah, and it's super cheap, and it'll be cheaper where you are because you're in America, and everything's cheaper there, and your dollar is better. Anyway, Work Lion. Work Lion. It's just a little 10-hole punch. There you go. Screenshot that. I can send you. I can get a link at some point. So, yeah. Yeah, I know you can make anything. That's the thing. And then I'm going to trim this down a little bit. Like seriously, love it. I don't know. I just thought I'd share because you guys are nerdy like me, right? And you like these kind of toys. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for indulging me on that. I'm not going to do a live tonight. There are about 79 more important things that I should be doing. And although I would love to come in and make a card, it makes so much work for me for tomorrow. And tomorrow I'm going for another 90-minute massage. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Where's my Geralds? They're all very excited. Another 90-minute massage. And then I'm going over to mom's and I'm going to have a chat with her and my brother. And then we're going to go talk to the minister. So tomorrow's going to be a long, hard day and I didn't need any more work. So I'm going to do other stuff. I'm going to organize things and I'm going to get things moving on. I just wanted to pop in. I do miss doing this, but I didn't need to add to my workload. So I am taking care of myself. I am not sleeping. Even with a sleeping pill in me, I still woke up every hour last night. I got a lot going on in my head, but yeah, I just wanted to connect and say I'm doing well, right? Like, what are you going to do, right? It's all part of the journey. If I could get some more sleep, then I would get rid of the bags under my eyes. But yeah, I know I have been looking after myself. Honestly, I have not actually been even checking in with my kids. I'm like, you guys are on your own. Go to your father. I just don't have it in me. I have been saying no to a lot of things. I have, yeah. Oh, okay, Carissa. Well, sorry, but you need it in your life. Anyway, thanks for indulging me and listening to my story. Like I said, I wanted to share with you guys because you've been with me on this journey since the beginning, right? For 2-3 years. So I hope you have a very happy new year. I won't see you tonight. I won't see you Friday. Unless I change my mind, because that's what I do. But I'm not planning to be live again until Monday. But, on the Monday, I don't even have one down here. So I think the Monday, oh my gosh, you guys, I have had so much love for those little, my wish list books that I make for my girls every year. There's been over 52,000 views on that. There have been over 30 shares of that. So I'm going to show you all how to make it. Okay, so that's going to be my next Mystery Card Monday, which will be a week from tonight, whatever that is. I don't even know what day it is. 4, I don't even know. January, the next Monday. So I will see you then. Have a fantastic rest of your week. Happy New Year, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy holidays. I hope you get some laughs in. That's what it's about, right? All right. Take care, you guys. Thanks for popping in. Talk soon.